What's up, guys? Welcome to Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing a subscriber request, which is what I normally do. And, of course, those of you who follow the channel know that I do predominantly traditional country now. It's not about pop, but I do subscriber requests, so I don't always know what I'm getting into. And this is one of them. But, you know, there are a number of contemporary artists who have the traditional sound. So I guess you call them neo-traditional, but like Mo Pitney and Jason Isbell and Tyler Childers and Tia Goins and folks like this. Oh, Emily Scott Robinson, I'm a big fan of hers. But I'm doing a Tim McGraw song. And some of the, Nashville artists do have songs that are beautiful. Whether they're ballads or, like Alan Jackson's got wonderful songs that they just draw you in. They have that traditional heart, soul in them, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to see what we're getting into. Tim McGraw's song, Angry All the Time. Now, I don't know. That's a horrible way to be. I do know some folks who you're on guard around them all the freaking time because they're angry all the time. They just have this, like, something triggers in their brain nonstop, whether it's a political thing or a religious thing, or they're just pissed off at anybody. And you want to feel bad for them because, like, how'd you get that way? But I don't know if this is that song. Maybe it's about his dog being angry that this guy doesn't feed him. I don't know. But he's from Start, Louisiana. And this is requested by Denise W. So Denise W., thank you for the request, and now let's get into it. Here we go, Tim McGraw, Angry All the Time.
Here we are, what is left of a husband and a wife, with 4 good kids who have a way of getting on with their lives. And I'm not old, but I'm getting a whole lot older every day. It's too late to keep from going crazy. I've got to get away. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love. And I understand that loving a man shouldn't have to be this rough. And you ain't the only one who feels like this world's left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
That guarantee it, a songwriter, whoever wrote this song, the lyrics to that, went through it, because that's exactly what it's like. Like, I've been through a divorce, and, you fight to keep it there. You want to make it there, and it doesn't stay together. And I make sure I don't keep my defensive mechanisms up all the time. Like, I want to look at what I contributed. It can be sometimes hard, so you got to listen to what someone else is saying. But if they just don't want to be with you any longer, like he put it really well, like, it shouldn't be so hard, basically, for you to love a man, And if that's the way it is, I get it. But I feel that way too at times. But 4 kids... having 4 kids could do that to you. I'm curious to see where it goes, but good Lord, man, in that snippet of time where he started singing those lyrics, kind of captivated me.
Our boys are strong now, the spitting image of you when you were young. I hope someday they can see past what you have become. And I remember every time I said I'd never leave, but what I can't live with is memories of the way you used to be. The reason reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love. I understand that loving a man shouldn't have to be this rough. And you ain't the only one who feels like this world's left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
Interesting instrumentation there with it deep drawn out. I'm going to pause it right there because the instrumentation here isn't making complete sense to me right now. But I don't know, maybe I'm splitting hairs, or maybe I'm just I've been exposed to so much ridiculously good music with headphones on, which makes a big difference. I wouldn't feel this song even to the extent that I am feeling it now if I've been listening to it in my car. But right here with sort of like the louder guitar, it's more of like a blues rock guitar. The drum is brought forward. I guess we'll find out what maybe it'll resolve itself and I'll understand why they chose to go with this level, not only of volume, but remove it more from a ballad, like a pure ballad, a melodic ballad, more like into like a rock ballad, almost.
20 years have came and went since I walked out of your door. I never quite made it back to the one I was before. God, it hurts me to think of you, for the light in your eyes was gone. And sometimes I don't know why this old world can't leave well enough alone. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love. I understand that loving a man shouldn't have to be this rough. And you ain't the only one who feels like this world's left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
Bringing the female backing vocalist there. Interesting timing. Well, that puts a fine point on it, doesn't it? And it's true. I mean, I can relate to that because even though I don't have children of my own, so I can't speak to that part of it. But having run with my ex-wife, and she was the dancer, a very large dance school, ballet school, because she was a ballet dancer and a modern dancer. I was the guy at the desk, I was on the business side interacting with the families. And predominantly the mothers, because the dads would be at work, the moms would have a baby, then another baby, and it's just very difficult to work when you have all these children. And I'd seen one family had 6 girls, no boys. And the dad, his name is Dave, was like one of the coolest dudes I know. And he would just tell me some funny stories about what it's like growing up. Even the dog was a girl, right? So, but seeing the difficulty of parenthood and what that does, what it does to a woman's body giving birth and then trying to get back to some sense of yourself. But now you're living your life for these other beings. Like your life isn't your own any longer. And it feels like you're falling out of love with this other person. And I've seen that and heard that, and even with my life coaching that I do, very few relationships break up due to lack of love. Like it's more along the lines of they break up due to lack of like. You just don't like the circumstances. You may not like the other person, the way they talk or eat their, use a fork instead of a spoon for their ice cream. I don't know, but there's lack of love. The reason it's hard for a lot of people to leave a marriage like that is because the love is there. The not liking circumstances or the other person or both makes it appealing to leave. But you always have those wonder things. I'm surprised. That really hit the nail on the head. I mean, I'm going with a high score on that. That to me is a 9.2. I'm shocked, but the lyrics, the instrumentation was just okay, but the lyrics, and there were some other nice nuances, like when they brought the female vocalist in. I was actually surprised they brought her in, and I always like backing vocalists, male or female. I like having, the complexity of multiple voices, but, a woman feels this way too, because sometimes you marry a guy and he just is angry. And you can't handle anger over a long period of time. You're like, I can't do anything right. Nothing I say works. It gets thrown back at me and whatever. So anybody who's been through this situation, I feel for you. So Denise W., I hope this has not happened to you. I love that song. I love that sliver of life that the artist captured. And sometimes it hits so close to home and you're like, ooh. And sometimes it's like, it's me, oh Lord. And other times it's like, oh, that is what really happened. As much as I didn't want to think it was that way, it is what happened. But anyhow. All right, guys. 9.2. Tim McGraw's Angry All the Time. Yikes. They won't be playing that song at Chuck E. Cheese's anytime soon. Anyway, all right. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, do what you do, and I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.